Really interesting to hear the pattern recognition between, or the similarities between Bezos and Jobs recently, as one example. But we haven't, that's a small group of people who've had that whole adoption situation. I don't know, I guess if I had to pick one thing, I might say a pattern recognition of unusual accomplishment wherever they were. Meaning, what they do in high school, what they do in college. A lot of people seem to do unusual things from an early on basis. And it's really digging that out of why they did it. We're looking for a history of accomplishment. It doesn't have to be financial. A history of just doing things that most, at 16 years old, deciding this is what you wanted to do for a pet health insurance company. And somehow just combining this with this, I don't know, I mean, sometimes it's an insecurity, sometimes it's motivated by other things, but this, I had some UW students in my office the other day, and I was toying with them that we don't want to invest in well-balanced people. And what do you mean? And I said, well, for the first 5 or 10 years of my career as a venture capitalist, a couple of our LPs said to me, part of the reason we like investing in Mavron is you add value. Okay. So then we started self-selecting for situations that we could add value.
Sure.
Those are the worst investments. I mean, in general, and Trupanion and lots of other companies aside, in general, the dream of a VC is find somebody that really has been there, done that, or just doesn't need the help. And so I think that if I had to find one pattern, it's a person who just has real clarity on intuition and has an accomplishment, has a history of accomplishment for following that intuition and being successful at it. But part of the reason why, tying back to one of the earlier questions, I don't think that this world is going to just be an algorithm of funding networks. Is so much of this is an art. It's not a science. If there were an easy formula, then it'd be clear as to what works and what doesn't. And I think just like life, one of the greatest things about startups is it's not clear.
Yeah, you never know.
I mean, I was looking back on some of our early stuff, looking at Zulu, and I think we all had the debate: how big could this business be?
Yeah.
So you don't know until you know, that's part of what keeps me going every day, and humbly understanding of how fortunate a role we have to go out and try and find people who are doing extraordinary things and want to change the world, and we have some small part in trying to help them do that. So I would implore each of you tonight to go home and figure out what you do best, figure out what you like, and have the courage to go do that.